All right, so we have officially reached the halfway point. So, congratulations to absolutely everybody who's made it to this point. The consistency, the dedication. Shout out to everybody who joined us late too, who is now just catching up. Salute to you guys. There have been probably over 600 people who started this journey with us. And to this day, I think the videos are averaging around like 200 to 400 views, but around 200 on the low end. So what that tells me is most people have already fallen off. I even did an Instagram poll, and I think over 35% of people have fallen off by day 10. So I can't even imagine what that number is now. So if you made it this far, I say all that to say that you have already passed the selection process. You have already exceeded the majority of your peers, the majority of people who set out to dedicate themselves, set out to actually change their life this year and not repeat the same fucking life as last year. The majority of them have already given up, guys. So those of you left are those of you who are taking your future seriously. You're taking yourself seriously, and you're taking your family, your legacy, and your future seriously. I know it sounds insanely corny, guys, but I remember being like 15 or 16 and thinking I had all the time in the world. I still technically have all the time in the world, God willing, but I say out that. But I've also started to notice how fucking quickly years can pass with zero change happening at all. Like for the first time a couple of years ago, I started realizing like, oh, so this is how people will become 40 to 50 years old and still be the same man-child living in the same body. Like, that's actually how that happens, is you never do anything differently and stick to it. You never recalibrate your paradigm. You're still stuck with what people were telling you back then, showing you back then, the you back then, the you that did this in the past. Guys, the past does not exist. And those of you who are here are not only proving that through action, you're giving a big fuck you to your past by being here and by staying dedicated to your future self. So now that we've got all of that motivational shit out of the way, let's actually dive into the lesson. And the topic of this lesson is to stop being a fucking loser. Stop being a fucking loser, guys. If you are spending most of your time obsessing over charts, if you're spending most of your time obsessing over technical analysis, and if you don't have any friends, if you don't have any close family members that you're talking to, if you don't even have any close like brothers or siblings or significant other to talk to, then you're probably in the following scenario, guys. You probably wake up lonely every single day. Maybe you have a job, maybe you don't, but you do something that you don't like to do. You watch shows that you've already watched. You maybe smoke or drink or do something to get through your day. And your day is basically just like Groundhog Day. It's just every day you don't really have something to look forward to other than the fact that you might hit a banger of a trade. So it's no mystery why that is the most important thing in your life. And it's no mystery why you keep breaking your rules, because you'll do anything to make this area of your life succeed because you do not have anything else motivating outside of trading. In a sense, this is your only way out. So you're grasping to it like your life depends on it. And I understand that. I understand, guys. I was in a place for years where I was alone, either in a garage, sleeping on somebody's couch, or I was in a studio apartment, barely able to afford the fucking rent. I had zero time to do anything other than work and figure out how I was going to eat the next day. And the 1 hour of time that I did have was on the charts. So what did I do? I made sure that every time I hopped on the charts, I would risk the most amount possible so that way I could have a chance of escaping what was an undesirable reality, what was a repetitive, unfulfilling, unstimulating, unabundant life. And I was stuck there for a very, very long time, guys. And I forced, I grasped on even harder. I gambled even more. I thought brute force was the thing that was going to get me to the finish line. And it only ended me up at the same place I ended up borrowing more money. I ended up having to sell my car. I ended up almost getting evicted. You know what I mean? Family and friends, I would just hide what was happening. I didn't want to talk about it. Why would I? Why would I want to tell my homie that, yo, I just lost my whole entire savings account and I might get evicted next month? I wasn't even on speaking terms with most of my family during most of my journey. So until the end of the journey, when, now we're on very, very good terms. Glory to God. Shout out to God for that. But during that process, I had nobody to talk to besides God, guys. And I came to the realization that my problem was my trading. My problem was that I was a fucking loser. My problem was I was lying to people about my career. I was lying to people about how much money I was making because I wanted to look like a super successful trader. I was lying to myself because I wasn't following my rules. And I wasn't building a life of purpose. So even when money did come, when I did get lucky, and I did, I would just blow it on useless shit. Because I didn't have any close relationships, friendships, I didn't have a vibrant social life, and I had basically fallen off socially from diverting so much of my attention to this trading thing. And if you're in that exact same situation, I'm telling you, it's not going to get solved by trading. You actually have to get out there and, like they say, get a life. Get a fucking life. You guys, get a life. Like, you guys have to get a life. You guys have to go out there. You have to meet people. You have to socialize. You have to put yourself in environments. Just get outside. Just go take a walk once a day. Just go to the grocery store. Just loiter somewhere. You know what I mean? Do anything to build a life outside of trading. Even if it's another business. Even if it's another hobby. Even if it's something totally random that has nothing to do with trading, just stop being a freaking loser who just sits in your room and sits at these charts all freaking day. Because even if you do that and get all the money, you're still going to be a loser, guys. So I don't say this to kind of like call anybody out. I don't say this to like make a bad situation worse. Because like I said, I guarantee that I was in that place longer than you. And I guarantee that I had less people to call on. So if there's anybody who very clearly understands from a first person perspective what you're going through, it would be me. So I just want to get that out of the way as a disclaimer so you don't think I'm talking to you from up here. No, this is the exact conversation I had with myself in the mirror when I looked into my own eyes and said, stop being a fucking loser. So guys, how do we put this into action? Well, first things first, stop making this so important in terms of money. Stop making this such a money goal. Make this a learning goal. Make it a goal to master and make price action, to make trading, to make profitable habits second nature. Not about the money, not about what you want to buy, and stop thinking that trading is going to fix your life. Stop thinking that money is going to fix your life, because I'm telling you, it's not. I've ended up with hundreds of thousands of dollars in my pocket before, all alone with nothing to do and a fancy looking sky rides, spending money every day, but feeling like a piece of shit at the end of every single day, guys. Because I didn't have anybody to share it with. I didn't have anybody to share in that success with. And if you don't have anybody to share with it, yeah, it's cool for like the first 2 months when you're flashing, looking like the man, you're getting Snapchat views and stuff. After that wears off, you're right back to where you started. And now, since 100K doesn't cut it anymore, you're going to go in with these same habits and you're going to try to hit 1 million. And then you're going to go back to square one, and that's going to be even harder because you just saw 100K slip through your hands. And all of that is based on a true story. But back to the point, guys, find purpose outside of trading. Please, 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 guys, do not like go and quit sports, quit your job, cut your friends off, stop talking to your family. Don't make this such a extreme thing. That works with other businesses. It definitely does. It works with like sales. It'll work with digital marketing. That brute force nature will work with pretty much any business aside from this. It's the one business where it's not going to work to brute force it. You have to chill, and you have to really just focus on building yourself a great life, guys. You got to focus on enjoying the life you have now. You got to focus on deepening the relationships that you have now. And if you don't have any relationships, you got to focus on going out there and making some new connections, guys. Even if it's just through social media. Start posting your trade executions, even if you don't post your face. If you find like 2 or 3 other people that you really vibe with online, you may end up becoming friends in person. My current business partner, who manages all my sales process, manages pretty much a lot of my marketing process, is somebody I met through Instagram back when I was doing photography. So, guys, there's ways to do it. There's no such thing as I can't meet anybody, or I can't do this, or I can't find other people to vibe with. The only problem is you're being a fucking loser. So stop right now, guys. Stop all of that. You don't need to do that. And if anything, message in the Discord. Find some friends in the Discord server, in the free Discord server, guys. Make some friends in there and find at least that one person that you can, console in, that you can talk to about this journey, and that you can actually talk to about stuff outside of trading as well. But the quality of your life, the quality of relationships will determine your ability to follow your plan, guys. And I'm the first one who's going to tell you that. If you're purposeful, if you're whole, if you're full in your personal life, you will not be using the charts as an escape, and you will not be projecting your personal problems onto the charts. So focus on that first. You do not have trading problems showing up in your trading. You have personal unfulfilled problems showing up in your trading habits. So with that being said, happy day 15. Welcome to the halfway point. We have much more to cover, so do not get too comfortable yet. Do not get too comfortable yet. Do not get complacent. We still have a long road to go. So I will see you in day 16. Comment below, day 15 complete. Made it to the halfway point. I'll see y'all in the next one. Have a blessed night.